The coconut crab. A terrestrial species of giant hermit crab, that is also known as the robber crab or palm thief. It is the largest terrestrial arthropod known, and inhabits several islands along the Indian and Pacific Oceans. With these crabs being massive compared to others and looking pretty odd as well, what do you really know about them? Join us, as we learn a little more about this strange creature. The coconut crab can have a weight of up to 9 pounds, and the distance from the tip of one leg to the tip of another can be as wide as 3 feet 3 inches. It is found on islands as far east as the Gambier Islands, Pitcairn Islands, and Caroline Island, and as far south as Zanzibar. While its range broadly shadows the distribution of the coconut palm, the coconut crab has been extirpated from most areas with a significant human population such as mainland Australia and Madagascar. It shows a number of adaptations to life on land. Juvenile coconut crabs use empty gastropod shells for protection like other hermit crabs, but the adults develop a tough exoskeleton on their abdomens and stop carrying a shell. Coconut crabs have organs known as branchiostegal lungs, which they use for breathing instead of their vestigial gills. After the juvenile stage, they will drown if immersed in water for too long. They have an acute sense of smell which they use to find potential food sources, and which has developed convergently with that of insects. Adult coconut crabs feed primarily on fleshy fruits, nuts, seeds, and the pith of fallen trees, but they will eat carrion and other organic matter opportunistically. Anything left unattended on the ground is a potential source of food, which they will investigate and may carry away, thereby getting the alternative name of robber crab. The species is popularly associated with the coconut palm, yet coconuts are not a significant part of its diet. Although it lives in a burrow, the crab has been filmed climbing coconut and pandanus trees. Climbing is an immediate escape route, if too far from the burrow, to avoid predation by large sea birds when young or by humans, or cannibalism by larger, older crabs. Mating occurs on dry land, but the females return to the edge of the sea to release their fertilized eggs, and then retreats up the beach. The larvae that hatch are planktonic for 3 to 4 weeks, before settling to the sea floor, entering a gastropod shell and returning to dry land. Sexual maturity is reached after about 5 years, and the total lifespan may be over 60 years. In the 3 to 4 weeks that the larvae remain at sea, their chances of reaching another suitable location is enhanced if a floating life support system avails itself to them. Examples of the systems that provide such opportunities include floating logs and rafts of marine or terrestrial vegetation. Similarly, floating coconuts can be a very significant part of the crab's dispersal options. Fossils of this crab date back to the Miocene. Adult coconut crabs have no known predators apart from other coconut crabs and humans. Its large size and the quality of its meat means that the coconut crab is extensively hunted and is very rare on islands with a human population. The coconut crab is eaten as a delicacy, and regarded as an aphrodisiac, on various islands, and intensive hunting has threatened the species' survival in some areas. In other regions, there are taboos associated with the crab that prohibit or limit hunting and consumption of them. While the coconut crab itself is not innately poisonous, it may become so depending on its diet, and cases of coconut crab poisoning have occurred. For instance, consumption of the sea mango by the coconut crab may make the coconut crab toxic due to the presence of cardiac cardenolides. The pincers of the coconut crab are powerful enough to cause noticeable pain to a human. Furthermore, the coconut crab often keeps its hold for extended periods of time. Coconut crab populations in several areas have declined or become locally extinct due to both habitat loss and human predation. In 1981, it was listed on the IUCN Red List as a vulnerable species, but a lack of biological data caused its assessment to be amended to data deficient in 1996. In 2018, IUCN updated its assessment to vulnerable. Conservation management strategies have been put in place in some regions, such as minimum legal size limit restrictions in Guam and Vanuatu, and a ban on the capture of egg-bearing females in Guam and the Federated States of Micronesia. In the Northern Mariana Islands, hunting of non-egg-bearing adults above a carapace length of 3 inches may take place in September, October, and November, and only under license. The bag limit is 5 coconut crabs on any given day, and 15 across the whole season. In Tuvalu, coconut crabs live on the motu in the Funafuti Conservation Area, a marine conservation area covering 12.74 square miles of reef, lagoon and motu on the western side of Funafuti Atoll. So, what did you think of this odd-looking and massive crab? Has anyone ever seen one in person? Drop a comment and let me know. Thank you for watching.